Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to another Prepare to Repair show. I am your host, Plumber Steve Suarez with RJ Graham Plumbing. And joining me today in studio is, come on, it's not that bad, Lauren. Lauren Skiniotes with Momentum Dance Studio. Say hi, Lauren.
Hey, how's it going?
Lauren's she's a little nervous. So
it's my first time, guys.
I told her she had to use her teacher voice. And Lauren is why don't you tell us a little bit about what exactly you do?
Sure. So I own Momentum Dance Studio in Homer Glen. We teach a variety of dance styles to kids as young as 18 months to 18 years and adults as well as folks with special needs.
That is awesome. And I found Lauren, or I met Lauren when through a BNI group that I just joined, and I saw she gave a presentation on her business and her studio. And I was just blown away because my daughter was in cheerleading from the time that she was 5 up until she graduated high school. And watching the love and the just enjoyment that she got from competing, from just developing into that. And as she went from year to year, it was just something that became a passion of hers. And she was dedicated to it and gave everything she got. And seeing that when you showed your presentation of, the kids that were doing that and the smiles on their face, it just reminded me of what my daughter went through. And I was like, I had to have you on because what you were doing is really special in its own right, because the video or one of the videos you shown was children with disabilities that were competing, and I'm gonna tell you, they killed it.
Yeah, they did.
They did a great job.
They do every time.
And then they came out, and then you had the pyramid that was. Yeah,
they ran through a fun little tunnel that all the audience made. Folks from other dance studios and people who didn't even know him made this fun little tunnel, and they all ran through and cheered for him on the way out. It was great.
And they were smiling throughout the whole thing. So
it was a blast.
I thought that was awesome. So we're going to get a little bit into your studio over there and what you do, during the show. But I wanted to let everyone know today's the Prepare to Repair show is presented by Ferguson Kitchen, Bath, and Lighting Showroom, located at 7950 West 185th Street in Tinley Park. Whether you're doing a minor facelift or a full kitchen and bath remodel, Ferguson has you covered. Before I we get into Lauren and her magnificent studio over there in Homer Glen, I wanted to talk a little bit about something I talked about on the show before, or previous shows, and that was liens and lien waivers. Now, to those of you who don't know what a lien is a form of secured interest on an item of property, specifically, let's use your home, to secure a payment of debt for a performance of service. So say a contractor came out to your property and did some work, and he or she did not get paid, they can put a lien to secure their interest that they were owed. Now, I bring this up again because I just recently, over this last week, we had, prior to this, for the first time in 10 years of business, we had to put a lien on a few properties from one specific contractor. I know, Lauren, you're shaking your head.
It scares me.
Yes, that's not good. That's no bueno. You don't want to do that. You want everybody to do it right. But unfortunately, the contractor did not do what they were supposed to do. So we had to do that last year, and we got a call from the homeowner of one of the properties we put a lien on. They were upset, which rightfully so. You'd be upset, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Well, they were blindsided because they didn't know what this was. They had no idea what had happened, and were confused as why this happened because they paid the contractor. Well, just because you pay the contractor, if he doesn't pay the subs that work there, then you're they're not paid. They could still file a lien. And that's what happened in this case. Well, they were upset with us, so we went through and showed them everything that we had and told them what had happened, and their anger and frustration went away from us and went to the person who it belonged to, but they were looking to refinance or whatever it was they were trying to do, so they needed to get this done. And because obviously the rates are going up, we're finding out, and they wanted to get it done rather quickly. So that being said, it was a frustrating thing. They wound up literally having to pay twice.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of do this show is people, a lot of people don't know this. And there is ways to protect yourselves. And that's the thing. It says, and I have a couple little points here that I'm going to point out on how to help and how to give, and how to protect yourself. And now that we know what a lien is, it's how can I have a contractor lien on my property? And basically, if you have a tradesman working on your home and they are not paid, they could put a lien on your property, which we just discussed. If you hire a general contractor and pay him, even if the general contractor doesn't pay the subcontractors basically as described by plumbers, roofers, electrician, HVAC, etc., the individual trades can put a lien on your property, which could lead to you paying twice, which is what's happening with these poor folks, which is extremely frustrating. Now, I bet your next question is going to be, how do I stop that?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you avoid it?
How do we get there?
Well, basically, it could be avoided by getting lien waivers. You get lien waivers from any contractor and every contractor that has been doing work on the home, on your home, for each payment given. So it's your receipt that whenever you give them a check or anything, you're going to give them a lien waiver, which you can get online, and you can actually get from, if you have a lawyer or anything, you can get a lien to fill out, and it will fill out for the payment, and it'll be a partial lien waiver for what you've done, how much you've paid, and it will list all your payments down. So it'll have everything down, keeping track of everything until your final lien waiver. So, and also too, is if there's a substantial amount of material put on, used on the property, if it's a bigger job, you're going to want to get a lien waiver from the supply house in which they bought their material. Oh. Because if they didn't pay them and they have your address down as a point of delivery, the supply house could, if they can't get it through the contractor, the next one is going to be your house where they used the material.
Wow.
Yeah. So, again, you want to get a lien waiver from them. Also, if what other people are doing, when I had a homeowner that really had a bad experience, she now says she pays the contractors personally. She pays personally. She gets the lien waivers and everything from them personally. And this way, she has a whole little file of everyone she's paid and documentation and lien waivers for everything that was done, so she's not going to run into this.
Wow.
But she also learned the hard way because the contractor that was there before her really did a number on her and screwed her over really bad. But there is a silver lining to that. Actually, what happened with her is, to tell a little backstory on it, she wanted to get her home remodeled. And then right around the time she was scheduling this remodel, she had found out that she had cancer.
Oh, no.
So she was going through treatments, and she was going to postpone it, but she wanted, the contractor said, we can do this and get this done beforehand. So they wound up doing it while she was going through treatments, and she screws her over. And bad.
Wow.
So not only are you're doing a bad job, which the contractor wound up doing a really bad job, and she did her homework and did everything, research and everything, did a bad job. She wound up, basically not paying people, screwing people over, so forth, to a person who is going through cancer treatments.
Going through the worst thing in their life.
Yes. Right? Well, there's it's kind of like in the movies where you see the hero come back and really do some damage.
Yeah.
Well, this beautiful woman, she's almost extended part of the family now because I've done so much work for her. She was an attorney. She is an attorney. And she recovered. And she's in remission. She's doing a great job. And she fought. She got all of her money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
She got all of her money back. So she came back. Like I said, she's a lion. She just went after him, and she got everything back. So when you deal with those bad contractors, if you get ones that are licensed and they do things that are bad, you can fight back. They have something to fight back with. And now she's learned from that on any work that she's doing now and getting lien waivers she's handling her business, learning from that bad experience. You don't want anybody to learn like that because that's really not the best way to learn. But if you could learn from other people's mistakes, and that's why I kind of bring it on the show like that, you can learn from somebody. That helps you out a lot because, hey, I don't want to fall into that, but it's good to see the good people win.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of bad contractors out there. And, again, nobody has a money tree in the backyard that they want to, that they can shake and, pay for everything twice, 3 times. And,
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, but I honestly, she's doing another remodel on her house. And, she's very, very meticulous now. And
as she should be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, I see people all the time on social media and I hear the horror stories of he didn't finish this, he didn't do that. Withholding money and setting payment points on your projects, that right there protects you as the homeowner because you're controlling the job at that point.
Yeah.
If somebody else is not going to take the job because you want to control the payment points and where they're going to be, where it's going to be paid at. In other words, I want completion points. If I'm getting such and such done, I want you to take me to point A in the project, then payment. Point B, then payment. Point C, then payment.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. That's how you'd want it. It's how I would do it. The only exception to that is if there's special order materials or things of that nature, then obviously those would be paid and you can have all that specified. But you have, when you pay for it, there's people that paid for everything up front. I wonder why it didn't come back. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know, you're stunned. Go ahead, you can say it.
No, I don't have any other words. Just, what?
Yeah, I've heard people pay for stuff up front.
Oh.
You never pay for anything up front. Price point, you just completion points.
Yeah.
I have completion points of where the project should be. And then this way you feel that confidence because when you're working on a job or you're working on a project, it has these little lulls in there when you're working on something. It's like, I've demolished everything, so you see progress.
Yeah.
But now you're seeing the other little stuff being done that has to get done to prepare for the pretty stuff. And then you're like at that point where everything's demolished and it seems like it's moving slow. And you just want to make sure it moves along. And sometimes at this point, the contractor may have other jobs. You want them focused on yours.
Yeah.
If that carrot is always there, they'll continue to keep coming back. And then you're surprised because once you get that demolition done, you get that little lull, they get that done, and then all of a sudden everything picks up again because everything's starting to go back. So if it's a kitchen, your cabinets, your flooring, all the other stuff, your countertops, and it all starts to come together, and you're starting to see it, and you're getting really excited. It's like any other project. But, the key thing is, take away from this, and we're going to go to a break after I say this, protect yourself, protect your home. You are number one. That's it. If there's a contractor out there that doesn't want to do that, doesn't want to put your home number one, doesn't want to adhere to some of your protections or at least listen to them and work within those parameters, need a new contractor.
Run the other way.
There you go. That may be a sign right off the bat. So that's what I would take from that. Always protect yourself. We're going to take a quick break here on the Prepare to Repair show on WJOL 1340 here. And then we're going to be back with Lauren, and we're going to talk more about Momentum Dance Studio, which I think is pretty cool. And she's awesome as well. So
you flatter me.
You got it.
Ferguson is your leading partner for residential and commercial plumbing with a vast inventory of products, tools, and supplies. Kicking off a project at home? Start with Ferguson Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery. Ferguson's Tinley Park showroom stocks plumbing repair parts, plumbing fixtures, lighting fixtures, appliances, and more. Their plumbing counter and showroom give you selection and helpful guidance for both homeowners and contractors. Visit Ferguson's Tinley Park location on 185th Street or find a convenient Chicagoland location near you at Ferguson.com.
Welcome back to the Prepare to Repair show right here on WJOL 1340. I am your host, Plumber Steve with RJ Graham Plumbing. And back with me is Lauren with Momentum Dance Studios. And now it's your time to shine.
Oh, man.
Spotlight's on you.
Sure, all right.
It's not the first time.
No, it's not the first time. I'm used to it at this point.
You teach dance.
Well, actually, now I'm used to being backstage. It's different. It's different.
But actually, no. I mean, think about it. It's when it's you. If you make a mistake, you're like, okay, I can deal with it. Now you've got people that you're teaching, and now you're like, you feel every little thing that they do.
Oh, you do. You definitely do.
And it's actually, because you're kind of feeling what they're feeling. So I guess it's a little bit different. When it's you, it's you. But when it's somebody else, you're like,
Yeah,
so
it's a little extra.
So tell us a little bit about it. I mean, that's pretty awesome what you guys do over there.
Sure. So I started the studio in 2016. I took over a previous dance studio, the studio I grew up in. That director, she was ready to retire. She was, had her day with the business. She just wanted to deal with the kids and do the fun stuff. Tired of running the business. So she reached out to me and said, do you want to take it over? Want to keep it, quote unquote, in the family? So, that's started that in 2016, right out of college. And it's been going well since. We've definitely expanded class offerings, our teaching staff. We've grown a lot since then, so it's been really great. But yeah, she actually started the adaptive dance program, maybe about 15 years ago.
And what is the adaptive dance program? So
the adaptive dance program is a program for dancers with special needs, disabilities, both physical and, cognitive as well. So that started, quite a while ago when a dancer at our studio, her sister was in a wheelchair and her sister really wanted to dance. So, this previous director said, well, you should dance. Of course you should dance.
Right.
Let's do that. Let's make it happen. So she did that, and it's been really great ever since. She was learning along the way, and she had us students help out and learn how to work with people with disabilities and work well with them and make sure, everyone gets the chance to dance and learn the way they need to learn. And it just taught you a lot at that young age on differences and how to deal with everyone and anything that's thrown your way.
That's awesome. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's just evolved since then. So
how many studios, or how many would you say that are actually doing that are around that you know of? I would say
that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Not that many. It seems there's a couple really, really awesome programs out there over, throughout the country.
Okay.
But when you're talking about local stuff, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to find something, and it really shouldn't be. That's the issue.
Right.
Is every dance studio should have this. Every dance studio should, bare minimum, have a class or two for students that just learn differently, number one, and need accommodations, number two.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's phenomenal that you're doing that, because this way everyone gets a chance, and it's like you said, I want to do it, And I like what what the other instructor had, where she says, well, why can't you?
Yeah.
Why can't you? I mean, just have fun. Everyone deserves to be able to have fun and pursue something they like.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, whatever challenges that may be there, let's overcome them. Let's see what we can do to make it enjoyable for everybody.
For sure.
And I think that, you know, when I saw the competition that you had, and I'm looking at these kids, I'm like, all I see is teeth. I see smiles. I see grins. I mean, just
ear to ear.
Exactly. Throughout the whole thing. That's why when I asked you, as soon as it was done, have they stopped smiling?
No, absolutely not. And then they ask, when's our next competition?
Well, that's why I said my daughter being in cheerleading, the competition, the competitiveness of and the fire that she had from the time that she was little, and it's amazing. And seeing how she was afterwards, it was just, you know, it was amazing. And I think that everyone should get a chance, if that's what they love, get a chance to do that and feel that, because
Definitely.
that is amazing. And you know, and I'm glad that you're doing. That's why I asked, is there anyone around, or are you like one of the only ones in the area? Because people need to know. That's one reason why I wanted to have you on there, because I had never heard of it. Yeah. And you are definitely somebody people should know about.
Well, thank you.
And the fact that you're doing this, people should know who you are. And again, I have the show is Prepare to Repair, and it's home, entertainment, and community that we talk about. And we're talking about home, but you know what makes home? Is smiley faces and the pity pat of little feet.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's basically smiles at home, whatever your home may be.
Right.
And these are the type of things that do it. It's family, it's smiles, it's, you know, kids, it's, you know, accomplishments, whatever the case may be. And this right here fits right in because of what you're doing is like so awesome. And I can't dance to save my life. I'm serious. I mean, you know, I start dancing, people call the paramedics. You know?
They got them on speed dial.
Exactly. You know, it's like CPR.
They're ready to go.
I'm hitting the ground. I mean, I start
ready
cramping.
To go. Don't worry, I'm certified.
There you go. I start cramping. Things start, you know, I'm moving muscles I've never used before. So, but you know, like I said, I think it's awesome. How long have you been dancing?
So I started dance when I was 3. My sister was dancing at the time, my older sister. So, of course, as a younger sister, you want to do everything that your older sister does. So, yeah, I started dancing when I was 3, and then I just never quit. Just didn't stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I will say this: not many people usually, when they do something like you said, like dance, they just continue dancing. What made you decide to go from I'm dancing and this is what I love to I want to make this my, you know, your passion and your make it a career, make it
my life.
Yeah.
You know, if you asked me when I was, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years old, say, little Lauren, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'd say, I want to be Miss Marianne. I want to be my dance teacher. I want to be my studio owner. I want to be just like her.
Oh, wow.
And then you ask me, you know, when I'm 13, 14, when the world has kind of set in, oh, maybe dance isn't the way to go. Have a backup plan, or maybe go for something that you'll make money in. My mind was changed a little bit. So I like to think back on that little 6-year-old and be like, she had it right. She had it right. I should just listen to them. So I do. I listen to my little 6-year-olds. They tell me the truth. And they tell me their true feelings. And so, yeah, I guess it's always been there. I've always wanted to do it. I've always been an educator, a leader, someone who just wants to support others in any way. So it just kind of was natural. So I started teaching. I was an assistant to my teacher when I was 12 or 13, started teaching when I was 16, 17. And then I taught all through college as well at another dance studio and my home dance studio. And then, yeah, post-college, she planted that seed of, I think I'm ready to retire, my senior year of college. Wow. And 6 months later, I took it over. And I was like, okay, that's a bit of a quick turnaround.
For that seed to grow, huh?
Yeah, a bit of a quick turnaround. But it was either, okay, I can do it now and learn as I go, or I can do it when I'm ready, which will be never. You're never going to be fully ready.
You can't think about it. You just have to do.
Yeah. I just had to jump feet first, and I'm glad I did. It's the best thing. I wouldn't change it.
You know, sometimes that's when it's your passion. You just go with it.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. Like you said, you know, you were, the little 6-year-old Lauren to do this. You know, if I would have listened to the 6-year-old Steve, 6-year-old Steve was throwing a fire truck through the plate glass window to the front window of the house, and little Steve, 6-year-old Steve, didn't get in trouble because little Steve was Grandpa's favorite.
Oh,
so
no.
everybody else got in trouble because they made little Steve mad. I was the golden child.
Oh, man.
And hence the reason why my company is named after him, my grandfather, R.J. Graham, Raymond Joseph Graham. So, yeah, he was my lawyer.
There you go.
I never got in trouble. I was the so yeah. You don't want little 6-year-old Steve doing that, because I tell you, if I would have had little Steve myself as a kid, or as like if I was a parent, I would have been very unhappy with me. You know, I've said it time again. If I met 15-year-old me now, oh yeah, we would have some really loud words with each other.
Yeah.
I would not like me.
That's okay.
But the cool thing is, like you said, you found it at a young age, and you were able to, just know what you wanted to be and do this. And I think it got into the right hands.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I think it went into the right hands. I think she knew it was going into the right hands. I think that was, and that's the main thing. And when it's going into the right hands, you're doing a lot for people. Like I said, I don't know put it this way, if you're the only one in the area that is doing what you're doing, then people need to come and see you that have, that need that, because I think kids need that ability to go and do other things that
they need to have fun.
Yes, have fun and be with other kids.
Yeah.
And do things that other kids are doing.
Absolutely. And
regardless of whatever a challenge may be, you know what? It's one place where everybody is the same.
Yeah.
And I think it's really awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here. You're listening to the Prepare to Repair show here on 1340 WJOL. I'm your host, Plumber Steve, with RJ Graham Plumbing, and Lauren with Momentum Dance Studio. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk more about Momentum.
Hi, it's Jillian Bass from Star 96.7 here with a Prepare to Repair tip from RJ Graham Plumbing. A flooded basement can make your life miserable. As spring showers roll in, a working sump pump is imperative to keeping your basement dry. When looking at your sump pump, check the water level in the pit. If it seems too high, don't wait to act. There isn't much time between your sump pump fails and when you see water in your basement. A new primary sump pump or backup system can provide much needed peace of mind. RJ Graham Plumbing offers sump pumps for all applications, high or average water, and they offer 3- and 6-year warranties on their pumps. From friendly service, experienced technicians, fantastic warranties, and their it's fixed or it's free promise, RJ Graham Plumbing offers incredible value to their customers. This Prepare to Repair Minute is from RJ Graham Plumbing. For more home repair tips, visit preparetorepair.com. RJ Graham Plumbing is available 7 days a week at 708-743-7426 or Hi, it's Jillian Bass from Star 96.7 here with a Prepare to Repair tip from RJ Graham Plumbing. A flooded basement can make your life miserable. As spring showers roll in, a working sump pump is imperative to keeping your basement dry. When looking at your sump pump, check the water level in the pit. If it seems too high, don't wait to act. There isn't much time between your sump pump fails and when you see water in your basement. A new primary sump pump or backup system can provide much needed peace of mind. RJ Graham Plumbing offers sump pumps for all applications, emissions, higher average water, and they offer 3 and 6-year warranties on their pumps. From friendly service, experienced technicians, fantastic warranties, and their it's fixed or it's free promise, RJ Graham Plumbing offers incredible value to their customers. This Prepare to Repair Minute is from RJ Graham Plumbing. For more home repair tips, visit preparetorepair.com. RJ Graham Plumbing is available 7 days a week at 708-743-7426 or online at rjgrahamplumbing.com.
Ferguson is your leading partner for residential and commercial plumbing with a vast inventory of products, tools, and supplies. Kicking off a project at home? Start with Ferguson Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery. Ferguson's Tinley Park showroom stocks plumbing repair parts, plumbing fixtures, lighting fixtures, appliances, and more. Their plumbing counter and showroom give you selection and helpful guidance for both homeowners and contractors. Visit Ferguson's Tinley Park location on 185th Street or find a convenient Chicagoland location near you.
Over there.
Sure. So I teach jazz and acrobatics. That's kind of my specialty, but we've got 8 teachers on staff. So we teach everything from ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, contemporary, musical theater, everything in between. There's a lot that we can do. And everyone's got their own specialty. So, within the studio, we've got 3 dance rooms. So 3 classes can run at once. We've got lots of friends inside the classes doing a lot of different things. So, there's a variety. There's a real variety that you can take.
Now, how are your classes set up? I mean, obviously, are they set up by age, skill level, just how are
all of the above. Yeah.
Okay. So okay, I'm just
so for our little ones, it is helpful to kind of divide them up by age and developmental stages. So we have an early childhood program and a different class for our 2-year-olds, for our 3-year-olds, a different class for our 4s and our 5s.
That young, huh?
Yeah, and it goes all the way. 18 months.
Wow.
Start them at 18 months. That's what we like.
Okay.
Yeah, getting those listening skills, learning to take direction, and have some fun.
I needed that as a kid. I had no listening skills.
But should have put you in Mommy and Me class.
That's all right. Well,
no.
You probably should have put me in a hospital.
Oh, jeez. But
I was a snot. I'm just telling you. I was a snot.
I would pay to see this. This would be funny.
A lot of people would. If I got some relatives that would I was protected. I had the boss of the family protecting me.
Well, what are you going to do? You're just born with that.
Yeah, exactly. The golden child. But go on, I'm sorry.
But we do separate classes by age, and there's generally certain age groups that are in levels of classes. So we have levels 1 through 5 after our early childhood program, kind of within each style. So generally, you got kids of the same age, but sometimes, you've got younger kids in those advanced classes, those little prodigies, and, older kids who maybe started a little bit later, have not as much training, things like that. And then the other cool thing we have is the teen program. So that's for kids who are beginners, strictly beginners, starting at the age of 11 or older. So as an 11-year-old, you're a little bit too cool to be in a level 1 class with a 6-year-old. So it's nice to be around your peers and learn that basic stuff without having to feel like you're in a room full of babies.
Right.
So, that's kind of another little avenue.
I was going to say, I guess you might be reluctant as a tween, as they call them, I guess, where you're, I'm not going to try to do that because I'm going to be with the little kids who've been doing it for years and years,
Yeah.
But it's something that you really want to do, and so that's really cool that you have that where they're going to be with people there, or with kids their own age group at their own skill level, and that's really cool because, I mean, you have people taking dance that it's going to lead to other things that are out there. You have, like I said, competitive dance, and I mean it's popular.
Sure, yeah. People just want a community. And, I'm the biggest proponent for dance and other recreational after-school activities because it just teaches you so much more about life than just the dance class. Sure, you can learn your tendus, you can learn your plies, you can learn how to break dance.
Okay, I was going to say you lost.
You can do all of that.
Okay.
But, learning how to take class, learning how to take direction,
right.
learning how to listen to others, learning how to kind of have teamwork within a classroom and on stage and problem solving. Oh, problem solving.
We run into that on our end.
Always. Critical thinking, lots of it.
Over here as well.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of, that old saying, the show must go on.
Yeah.
It is very, very true in so many ways that are just, if you saw the things that go on behind the scenes, it's a comedy show. It's so funny with the amount of things that can go wrong and just the ways that you have to think on your feet and just adjust your course.
We were talking before the show, and I said, you have to make it look like whatever you're doing, whether it's on my end in the plumbing industry, construction industry, or you having a dance competition, you have to do it like a really great tattoo artist. It's not that they don't make a mistake. It's they're that good that you don't see it.
Yeah.
And I was talking about the Instagram video I saw where the gentleman's playing the piano, and it sounds really good. And then he takes the music and he flips it around, and it actually sounds like a song that was supposed to be playing. But everyone thought what he was playing before was really good.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're that good and you're able to do it, like you said, there's going to be things that happen behind the scenes that you can't control.
Yeah.
What do we do?
It's a level of confidence you just got to have.
Exactly. Well, that's what I say on my end as far as the plumbing industry is, you could learn the little ins and outs of plumbing and piping and things like that. But the one thing you don't learn that you gain over experience and time and just working with people that are professionals like such as yourself in doing what you do is, what do you do when?
Yeah.
What happens when? In real world scenarios, when you're about ready to go on and everybody's feeling good and everybody's going great and we have that perfect world scenario, that's great. But what about when somebody's aching, somebody's not feeling good, somebody is sick, somebody isn't there? Now you've got to all pull together and improvise on that.
No, man, I tell you, it happens way more than you think.
Oh, absolutely.
Just this past competition. Yeah, we lost a dancer on our team. Different circumstances. She wasn't going to compete with us. She's in 7 or 8 dances. We had to restage, meaning rearrange all of the dancers on the stage, kind of adjust the choreography, and, all within 2 weeks before they compete. When they've been practicing these dances since last August. So it's you got to think on your feet all the time. Don't even get me started on props. Because
and that's why you go see Lauren Skiniotes at Momentum Dance Studio over in Homer Glen at 15760 South Bell Road, and she will get you set up right. She will teach you everything you need to know with all types of dance. And I think it's pretty. When are you going to start renovating? When are you going to start expanding?
Ooh, I'm so excited. I really hope to. In the next year or so, I would really love to. We're kind of growing out of our space, and that's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. But I want to make sure these kids get the right space for their functions. They get the most out of it.
Well, you also want to make sure that you're still giving them the one-on-one and the attention that you've been giving them, and you want to make sure they're getting all that stuff, which is pretty awesome. So, I mean, that's extremely huge, and you can grow, but you want to stay within your roots and what you've done. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's pretty awesome. And as far as classes, if people wanted to get in, what's available and how's the scheduling on that?
Yeah, so actually our summer schedule did just open up today. We have online enrollment. So if you just visit our website at momentumdancestudio.com, you can take a look and enroll online, or you can always give us a call and we'll set you up with whatever you think is best. And we do free trial classes too. So if you wanted to stop in and see what it's like before you make a decision, it's a great way to do it.
And how do they reach you?
Well, they can reach us online at momentumdancestudio.com, or they can email us, momentumdancestudio@gmail.com, or call us at 708-301-8181.
Cool. I'm glad that you were able to come on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And you were telling us about, real quick, an issue you had with the floor.
Oh my gosh.
I got to hear about this one.
Well, it was an issue when I had at a previous studio. The floors would bubble. These were hardwood floors. Hardwood, real hardwood.
Okay.
Bubbling up from humidity and water underneath in this foundation of the studio. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, that studio has been leveled.
Oh, wow.
It has seen better days. But oh my gosh, when I was little, you could just jump on the little bubbles in the floor, and they would just be like, creak, creak, creak.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Well, too bad I got a floor guy. One of our guys
Send him over. So we always need good floors.
One other thing we've done is we are sponsoring us and Ferguson Supply are sponsoring a promotion this month where people have a chance to win a Delta Voice IQ faucet.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can. It's really
voice
cool.
Faucet?
It's a voice. It's Voice IQ. It says it pairs with your home connected device and gives you exactly the amount of water you need. You can fill up your coffee pot, water warm up, hands free on and off, all voice activated for your convenience, and it's also touch activated.
Man.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this world we live in?
See, people are thinking plumbing's technology is not going to hit plumbing, but man, are they wrong.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Now you can get toilets that, like, when you go into like some commercial applications or like public restrooms where they're hands free. You don't have to touch anything. Now you can get those for your house.
Jeez.
Yeah. What
will they think of next?
Well, now they have. There's appliances out there. I was talking to Mac from Ferguson Supply, and there's appliances out there that will be able to tell you that you can program on your phone to start your oven.
Wow.
So you could preheat your oven on your way home from the studio, so you're ready to go and put everything in. So if you're
and if you're extra forgetful like me and say, oh my God, did I turn the oven off?
Yeah.
I could go on my app and turn the oven off.
Yeah, they have cool features on that. Yeah.
Wow.
And the cool thing about the preheat feature, say you forget, it shuts off after a certain point. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, he was telling me, but think about it if you're, busy families now that are picking up kids from, point A to point B. It's like the oven's already preheated. They put everything in. I mean, new technology, it's getting there.
Man.
It's out there. So, I mean, the chance of winning, you got a faucet here that you can win on WJOL here. And it's a great thing to get a chance on. I put one of these faucets in. And let me tell you, I was blown away by it. That's why we're doing the offer.
That's cool.
And Ferguson was on board. So yeah, if you're looking for any home improvement, you're starting your home improvement project, your dream kitchen, you head to Ferguson Supply for all your kitchen, bath, lighting, and appliance needs. Your dream kitchen or bathroom is just as close as Tinley Park. So I appreciate you coming on and tell us about that. You're doing great work over there, and more people need to hear about you. I had to have you on because you are someone who definitely people should know about. And, keep it up. That's awesome because, when you're teaching, kids from the time that they're little and instilling something that they're going to love for the rest of their lives, that's awesome.
It's really fulfilling.
Whether it's dance, any type of coaching, teachers, my hat's off to them because you guys, do a fantastic job.
Well,
so I do appreciate you. And how did they get in touch with you again?
Through our website, momentumdancestudio.com. Email momentumdancestudio@gmail.com, or our phone number is 708-301-8181.
That's awesome. And I am your host, Plumber Steve. I could be reached at We can be reached at area code 708-743-7426 or at rjgrandplumbing.com. I want to thank everybody for listening and Lauren for joining us. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much.
If you need to reach out to the show, you can text us at 708-964-5500, or you could reach us on our Prepare to Repair Facebook page. Until next week, we will see you. Thank you, Lauren. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
Thanks so much.